Yo, what up, man? Welcome in again to another episode. Hey, there we go. You can see me now. All right, another episode of ACE of Spades Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus, aka E. And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that you're here as well. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right. So, welcome in again. Like I said before, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Okay, it's moving. Things are moving here. Things are moving definitely. So, just try to get everything. I'm never on time. I'm never where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. So it's always a rush behind the scenes to hit go. So normally I am a mess. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a mess. But nevertheless, the mess must go the show must go on, not the mess. We want to end to stop the mess. Let's keep the show going. All right. So welcome in again. Let's go over a little bit of housekeeping. Like usual. If you can, please hit the like button. They say it helps the algorithm. All right. Which is good for the show, more people, more eyes, all that good stuff, right? As well as donations. If you want to donate, you can. There's a ticker that's at the bottom of the screen that has the Cash App. All right. Anything that you give will go towards making the podcast bigger and better. All right. I want to bring back some other things that we were doing, some other shows that we were doing as well. And yeah, just make it happen, right? So this is not it's not a you do not have to do it. I do use my own money to do these things. Luckily, I've been blessed enough to have a good support team who have donated before, who helped me to continue to let this thing grow and do things and add on and so on and so forth. So I really do appreciate that. All right. However, the show's going on, so I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to do it. All right. So we're gonna keep it going. So it's always appreciated. And if you can, just hit the like button if you come on through here. All right. And I'm gonna reach out to you guys when we're done with the book. Right now, I think what chapter are we on? I have it in the title. What chapter? No, I don't. I don't have it in the title. All right. So I think it's chapter 24. All right. So I'm gonna take a guess at 24. I think it's 24. And I think this was a pretty long chapter to go through. All right. So I believe it's 50, almost 50. So 50 chapters. So we're almost chapter wise, almost done with the book here. Let me see. It says 51. So chapter wise, we're almost done with the book. 164. We still got a little ways to go page wise. All right, but we're almost done with that one. So if you don't know the book that I am holding up right now, it is The Way of the Superior Man. All right. So what made me do this, I'm sure a lot of you know, but I'm just going to go through it again for those that do not. There was a lot of talk in the spheres about, men, women, things like that, right? So we also had a show that dove into some of those things. So I thought that what would be good, instead of necessarily trying to correct the wrongs over there, we correct the wrongs over here. Okay, meaning in oneself, right? You cannot change anybody. All you can do is change yourself, right? So that's what the premise of this is. So the first thing I did was look up a book, see, okay, hey, what's some good self-help books? I actually looked up on YouTube, and lo and behold, they came in and said, hey, this is a good book. So I was like, all right, bet, let's take a quick look at it. Let's see what's going on. So that's how we got to this book. A lot of people were recommending this book. So I'm over here looking at my thing going live. Okay. So yeah, so a lot of people was saying, hey, come check this book out. So that's what we're gonna do. I do plan on trying to branch out to other books. I'm gonna at the end of this, I want to see what everybody thinks. I'm gonna tap into you guys and say, hey man, is this something that is self-help, something that piques your interest, or is it not? So I, look, I get it, man. I get it. All right. Sometimes working on yourself is not the funnest thing to do, right? It's fun to sometimes just be like, hey, you need to fix, right? Instead of looking at yourself. So I know it's not the sexiest topics that's as some of the stuff that we were talking about last year and the year before. But I think it's something that's needed. But I want to check in with you guys and see, okay, hey man, this thing is helpful or it's not helpful. Whether to keep going down this path or choose another one. So I'm gonna come in at the end of this thing, or maybe even halfway. I might even do it halfway and check the temperature and see what's going on. I am gonna see this all the way through. It's a goal of mine, a hobby of mine. Well, actually, a goal of mine that I want to do. So I'm gonna make sure we're completing this. All right. But then after determines what we want to do, because I want to tap into finance, I want to tap into fatherhood, I want to tap into mental health, I want to tap into health, right? Physical health. I want to tap into all these things. But if it's something that you guys aren't liking it, we can switch it up. But I'm gonna finish this out and then we'll check and see what's next on the docket. All right. So I will be looking to hear from you guys and all that good stuff. And we do, okay, so yes, so that's what that is. We got Riz in the building. I think he's here. Put your camera on if you're here. Okay, all right. I was
Hey,
all
yeah,
right.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm in the building, baby. Hey, we in the
That.
building, baby.
So for those that do not know, he was born and raised in
Okay,
Chicago.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
has
yeah. All that, all
okay,
that. Hey, go to
okay, all right.
DIZZEL.com. That's it. Go to DIZZEL.com.
Riz,
That's all
that's
the
it.
information right there. That's all you
There,
need.
there it is, man. How you doing today, man? How you doing
Man, I'm
today?
cooling. I'm cooling, brother. How about yourself?
Man, I'm relaxing, man. I'm chilling. Uh, just going day by day. You know what I mean? Day by day. Now that's it. The weather is not too bad, so I mean it's a little hot out here, but we moving right along.
Yes,
So
sir.
how's everything been going in your region?
Man, I'm cooling, man. Getting ready for this second trip to Texas, trying to make something shake. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? Just got
okay.
my hotel and going to the Dallas Wings game on July 13th. I gotta celebrate. That's my dad's birthday.
All right. Rest in peace,
Say
man.
no.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to it.
Man, I hear that. I hear that. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, man. Safe travels, happy journeys. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you have a good time when you get there. Dallas was always a pretty decent time for me. I'm sure it'll be a hell of a time for you. So yeah, it's a good time. So we are getting into chapter 24, which is choose your wait, hold on, man. Before we
Hold
get into
on.
that,
Facebook finally let me go live. They finally let me go live,
yeah,
man.
come on, that's what I'm talking about. But stop playing around, Facebook. Why you playing around too much? I didn't think they was gonna let me go live. I'm surprised they did, but I'm happy that they did.
I don't know.
Nevertheless.
I don't know if it was a glitch, a Call of Duty glitch, but yeah, I seen it. It was up on the business page on the business Facebook. I was like, wait a minute, hey, I'm about to drop this on the you know what I'm saying, on the personal page.
Yes,
People
sir.
of the personal caliber need to know what we talking about expeditiously over here.
Hey, say that again. Say that again. Because I normally, excuse me, I'm gonna have to look it up now, but I normally have you on the stream. But I know we talked earlier and you said that you wasn't able to put it on YouTube, so I didn't actually put it up
No,
there. But
it was on Facebook. It wasn't able
I
to
mean, I'm
go live.
sorry. I usually have you up on Facebook. I usually have your Facebook up
Oh,
on here on my computer, but because I think you said you was having some issues with it, I didn't put it up there. So now I definitely got to go and make that happen. All
oh, it's live. It's live.
right, that's what I love to hear right there. All right, so all right. Oh yeah, I already hit the button on there. All right, bet. All right, so yeah, any projects, anything coming up that you're working on?
Man, just working on the gaming channel still. It's kicking back into gear. It's getting back up there. Uh like we've been talking about self-help and what I'm saying, staying accountable, for our actions. Our older people, all the subscribers, what I'm saying, across my channels, what I'm saying. I owe that to them. So I plan on dropping stuff, like games and stuff, videos that I've been, wanting to push through they're finally dropping on the gaming channel for sure. Those are like for 2018, and these games are pretty much story based. I try to deal with the cinematic aspect of things, when it comes to games. Some of the Call of Duty and the 2Ks and stuff like that, the sports games, they get repetitive. Takes the fun out of it, because
Mhm.
it becomes mundane, but when you have like a storyline telling the cinematic story, it makes me feel like I'm in a movie, so I'm making certain actions to foretell the scene, the future of how these actions will take place towards the end. So that's what I focus on right now, and they do pretty good, pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely, man. Because you have a great way of putting the stories together cinematically. And you're a beast with the beats. Apparently, I didn't even know that. I didn't know you had it like that. So yeah, man. It's a great
Hey,
thing.
hey, all I want to say is just go to any of my YouTubes, all four of them, either one. My playlist is on there. Dizriz, it should be Dizriz ENT music video playlist or music playlist, something like it's probably music video playlist because I don't
Okay.
want the people that's viewing to think that I'm putting other people's videos in there. That's all my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you got a channel just dedicated to your music?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is this the
It's
first I'm
on
hearing of this?
it's
I've
on
never
every
heard of that.
channel. It's probably the first. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to my YouTube right now. It's probably like the very first playlist. When you scroll down, let me go to my home screen real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to follow you over there. Hold on.
It's the Dizriz music video playlist. That's what it is.
On the
Dizriz
playlist.
ENT music video playlist. Yes, every video in that playlist is a video that I've done with a beat that I had uh my hands and blessings. Like the pastors laying my hands on it. And it's years, bro. It's years. Like shit, I got shit on that from 9 years ago. When we was in
Wait a
school.
minute. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember you were doing it back there. Yep, I see it. I
yeah.
I see it. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm gonna be listening to that. Should have never told me that. hey, hey, that's what's up, man. That's good to hear. I'm definitely gonna be checking out your beats for sure, for sure.
Hey, I just want
Um,
to say to the public, I do not sell beats. I do not. Actually, don't even. Nope. 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 Nope.
hey,
Not on 30.
man,
I do not.
it's a lucrative business, man. Don't don't
Hey,
don't
I just
close
don't
off
want to
your
be a.
options.
I just don't want to be in court and Jay-Z say, nigga, that's my beat now. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna compete with $1 billion? I can barely get to 1 million. I'm scraping and man in the dust, in the dirt, trying to dig
Nah,
it
but could you imagine though, like how many eyes that would bring? You know what I mean? Like we
up.
look at it as a negative, but that shit could be a positive. Like it's
Good.
any what they say, any press is good press.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Oh, and then if you know what I'm saying, if it's something that's clean, you know what I mean. I'm like I love some good beats, so I'm gonna definitely be checking them out and see because I know some people that do music as well. So um, that's yeah, you know, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, you got me on that one, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, I'm telling you, like shit, like all the shit that I did in college, that was all my stuff. The stuff I did for the army, like the DFAC videos and jumping from planes, jumping from helicopters, all that stuff. My battalion commander, even the CG of the 82nd Airborne Division, shout out to both of them. They let me actually put my twist on it, and that's how I was able to leave Fort Bragg with an MSM, a meritorious service medal, meaning that I changed the whole game when it comes to this video shit. And not to say that I was the originator of it, but when I came to Bragg, they wasn't doing videos. Like the army was not doing video. The military really wasn't focusing on videos. They were only focusing on broadcasting. So if you go to like AFN and stuff like that, if you're overseas, yeah, they would give you a news report, but they wasn't doing videos on their soldiers. That was one of the things that I flipped and put into my, bag of tricks to show, yeah, I took these pictures. I gave this shout out or this caption for this particular event. But yeah, here's the video for it too. Watch that. You know, and I was able to piggyback or touch bases with Fox Sports in regards to the NASCAR race, with us doing the flyovers, different events around Fort Bragg, where we had tactical insurgents, you know, different events, stuff like that. So I was able to like change the game in regards to the military with doing videos. And now you look on any unit Instagram right now, they're doing videos. They're definitely doing videos. And I started that shit in 2016.
Oh
So
wow.
if anybody want to fact check that shit, check back to 2016.
Man, I hear that. Cause yeah, I definitely remember way back when, man, and you was doing your thing and out there making it happen. So yeah, kudos to you, man, for bringing it to the army, letting them know what's how to really do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's some stuff out there now. Like I'm like, man, they out there doing it now though.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that they're doing, and I'm pretty sure some of it is not all like. I'm pretty sure some AI incorporated in it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Just to get the videos out quicker. But
Yeah.
they doing their things though. You know what I'm seeing from the soldiers and the airmen and the Marines, the seamen. Um, yeah, they doing their thing. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. I think that yeah. You made me lose my train of thought. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into this book right here. Um, we're going on to chapter 24. All right. It's a pretty lengthy, but I think with us too, we should get through it with no problems here. If you guys have any comments, anything to say, please feel free to state your piece. I'll read it. I'll try to keep an eye out for Steve's chat as well. I'll try to keep it out for it just in case you miss anything.
Yeah, I got it up over here.
All right, bet.
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and get with it. So it's chapter 24. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but it's probably too bright. But it's choose a woman who is your complementary opposite. Choose a woman who is your complementary opposite. All right. They say opposites attract. Let's see if this is what they're referring to. So the book starts out by saying its little synopsis starts off by saying if a man is very masculine by nature, then he will be attracted to a very feminine woman who will complement his energy. The more natural or balanced he is, the more balanced he will prefer his woman. And if a man is more feminine by nature, his energy will be complemented by a strong direction of purpose. I can't. Pure, pure possessiveness of a more masculine woman. By understanding their own needs, men can learn to expect the whole package of a woman. For instance, a more masculine man can expect that any woman who really turns him on, enlivens him, will also be relatively wild, undisciplined, bonkers, chaotic, prone to change her mind and lying. Still, from an energetic perspective, this kind of woman will be much more healing and inspiring to him than a more balanced or neutral woman who is steady, reasonable, trustworthy, and able to say what she means in a way he can understand. All right. Uh, so that's the synopsis there. All right. You get all that? All right. Let's go right into this thing, okay? Let's see. You have probably, the book goes on to say, you have probably met a woman who seems fantastic, only to discover she has some emotional weirdness. Emotional weirdness that you don't really want to deal with. She seems incredibly sexy, but also a bit bonkers or crazy. saying one thing one moment and another in the next. You have probably also met some very reasonable and trustworthy women who don't seem to constantly change their mind, and in fact, with whom you could have a good conversation that don't end up frustrating you. All right. Although you may love these women and enjoy spending time with them, they don't arouse your passion as much as women whose words you wouldn't trust to remain true or an afternoon, or stay true for an afternoon. Trust to remain true for an afternoon, but who moves their body in a way that drives you wild. Make that make sense. What'd you get from that, man?
Hey, hey, what TLC say? Crazy, sexy, cool. You know
Crazy,
what I'm saying?
sexy, cool, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got you got to have a little spice in it, to keep spice in the relationship. So I mean, with this passage, I agree with it. And the same thing for the men. You got to be sporadic sometimes. You got to, you know, uh, not go off the limb, not jump off the cliff, but get on that edge. And sometimes you gotta try some stuff. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about no Diddy shit. We talk about, you know what I'm saying? We talking about some real alpha male stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to, bring a little spicy to the relationship. So I totally agree with this passage right here.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hinting at opposites attract a little bit, right? I think it's getting a little specific as far as saying the more masculine the man, the more um almost wild the woman in a sense. Um and I think that that is definitely interesting. I think it holds some weight because I think that the more masculine, the more you can kind of steadfast whenever the storm hits, because we've learned that they're like an ocean. They go in every kind of direction and up, down, left, right, omnidirectional, all that, and more. So you have to be steady to be able to handle that. So I think that someone who is almost like you, when you're that type of individual may turn you off. So I'll be curious to see what else they have to say in here. So it says, why can't a woman be more like a man? Oh, dude, I've had this conversation so many times. I wonder if they're gonna go where I think they go. We're gonna check this out. Why can't a woman be more like a man? Many men have wondered, but of course, it is precisely those way in which a woman is less like a man that most attract you sexually. If you have a masculine sexual essence, okay, a woman feminine shine, the energy that moves her body, her utterly refreshing spontaneity and mystery, not to mention her delightful smile, are what attract you. And the more feminine a woman is at her core, the less she is likely to evidence strong masculine traits, such as speaking clearly and unequivocally about thoughts and desires, rather than primarily expressing her feelings in the motion. Talk to me, man.
Man, I mean, I really believe that women try to be like men. Sometimes they have to step into that man role, but the sexual energy from a woman, being a lady or being a woman, speaks volumes. It makes them more attractive versus the one that's on the block. It's saying, she drinking out the 40 quicker than the rest of the is on the block. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I think it's the best of both worlds with having a woman that taps into her masculinity. Like looking at the WNBA, for instance. I've been going crazy on Facebook in regards to posting. Because I'm shot town till I die. But and I represent our teams. Now I don't like the Cubs. I'm a true Southsider. But I pay homage what homage is due. When they won their championship in 100 years. It took them 100 years, but whatever. But bringing it back to the WNBA, a lot of them women out there, You know, they have masculine features, but it's some that's out there that's pretty as ever, but will cross your ass like some Tim Hardaway type shit and lay the ball up and stay you down at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Just like you take it to the, take it to the black side with the guys. We out there hooping, same thing. You know, they bring that passion, they bring that energy, that masculine energy, but they still wear the lipstick, they wearing makeup, and they looking pretty while they doing it. So it's like I said, it's the best of both worlds. So I kind of agree with this one. Not having strong masculine traits though, because something that's out there that got some strong ones. Like damn, like yeah, she looked like her daddy. I'm pretty sure she looked just like her daddy. But I agree with this passage though.
Yeah, man. I have had these conversations with men because I fit into that category of men. There was a point in time where I thought that that yeah, why don't they think the way that we think? It wasn't until actually doing like couples therapies and things like that that I learned that we're different. We're not the same. We don't think the same. We don't react the same. We don't see the world the same. That's how different we are. So the thing was is that a lot of men, and I might be getting ahead of myself, but I think a lot of men um viewed the way that women acted as though they weren't capable of being fair, or it's almost like they weren't being adults in a sense. And the thing was is that they were being adults. They were actually being women, if we were being completely honest. Just because we don't see it that way though, we discount how they feel or how they move. And I think that that's something that we kind of have to get away from, because I think that it is exactly a woman that is unruly, a woman that tries to be unruly, a woman that doesn't it seems at times maybe scatterbrained, gets on your nerves, um, you know, what does things that you just don't like. That's the woman. That's the woman. Not to sound mean or anything, but that's literally the woman. That's the woman in a nutshell. Not all women are the same, but the majority of women are like that, right? Um, I guarantee if you've had a serious long-term relationships, there's things that your woman does or did that you didn't like. Everybody has that. And the same thing with I'm sure the women say the same thing about us, right? They don't like some of the things that we do or done, right? In a long-term relationship, you just don't like it. And that's just because we're completely opposite. I've known guys that have roommate for the longest, and it worked. Right? Everybody pulled their weight, they did their fair share. If there was a problem, we brought it to the table, you know what I mean? And we ironed it out, and that was it. Um, the feminine doesn't work like that. It's a little bit more of a roller coaster, and it's incumbent on the men to be able to steadfast in those situations. So I definitely think that I agree with this so far. That yes, I can understand a lot of men saying, "Why don't women think like men, um, or be more like men?" And I think that's more so when it comes to the directness of what the fuck you want, instead of just being like, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. But you can clearly tell that the energy's off. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if we come to each other, hey man, what's going on, man? I didn't appreciate when X, Y, and Z. Oh, well, shit, that wasn't my bad. That went, you know what I mean? It's more direct. So I think that this is on so far. So I'm be interested to see what else it has to say. Um,
Nah, I feel that though. Like we done said it many times on the podcast where
mhm.
men are, we're problem solvers. Women deal with their problems with emotions. They're emotional first before they can get straight to it to get that problem solved. Now I know some clutch women that's out there. that will get that problem solved pretty quick. And sometimes they have to lay hands on it to get that problem solved, but they eventually get it solved. But from a man standpoint, we try to weigh or outweigh the good and the bad, so to speak. Sometimes we can fly off the handle too, but at times we try to get straight to the point, get straight to the root of it. Get that root out of there and start it over, versus taking time and unnecessary time with crying and whining and complaining. You know, Lee, and just just get that problem straight. Shout out Dizzle. Shout out Dizzle.
Oh shit, that was several shots fired. God damn. It's just supposed to be one. All right. Shout them out. I agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you on that end.
And keep going back to the same window. That's what I'm saying. Keep going back to the same window.
Yeah.
You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah. It's the attraction, man. It's the attraction.
Like a moth through a flame.
It's an attraction, dog. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The book goes on to say a woman with more feminine sexual essence will say she loves you one moment, and then when you have done something you are not even aware of, she will say she hates you. This is the beauty of the feminine. To her, the masculine grid of words and events is less relevant than the fluidity of relationship and feeling. Thank God for such women who make no apologies for their oceanic depth and rip tides of emotion. I definitely agree with this, man. This actually um reminds me of something that my homeboy is going through now. Hopefully, on mine, I'm talking about this. But he he got out of a relationship, and I try to. It's tough when you um sometimes when you know certain things and experience certain things, to pass on those things to people who are not may not be ready to hear it, right? So I'm not gonna lie, this book, and then there was a book prior to this, it really gave me a lot of insight on how the way that women work and the way that men should work. And I think that one of the issues is that he didn't understand, like, this book is constantly talking about the chaoticness of a woman's emotions. And he flew off the handle. He flew off the handle, and I think that what was needed at that time was a more strong and sturdy man. But I don't think he knew how to do that, because I think, if you remember in the beginning of the book, one of the things they were talking about was kind of stilling yourself, grounding yourself, making yourself, following your purpose. We heard purpose a lot. And striving and living to your edge, right? Really becoming a stronger man to be able to deal with the turmoil that these women, a lot of women, may come with, right? Especially when you're dealing in a long-term relationship with the feminine. And I think he kind of dismissed me a little bit, which is okay, right? Everybody is where they are. We're not, we're at different places when it comes to different things. Sometimes, so we're not, when we're in a certain situation, we may not be open to hear. But I wish that he really could have grasped on to what I was saying, because this is exactly what happened, to the point of where she was like, "I love you" one minute, and then the next is, "I hate you," and then it's, "Oh, well, was the love real? Was it ever real? How could you love me and then now you hate me?" Right? And I think that when you understand how the game is played, you can then better assess what needs to happen. But if you expect for it to run a certain way and it's not, then I think sometimes you'll panic, right? If you turned your steering wheel to the left and it went to the right, you would be like, what the fuck?" Right? Well, whoa, right? Because that would be something that was unexpected, right? But if it's supposed to work where you turn it to the left and you go to the left, then you're more, you know how to operate the machinery. But if your machinery is wonky, like, you know then yeah, and really women are wonky, but you just have to know how to control the wonkiness, right? So I definitely wholeheartedly believe in this, to the fact that I've myself have experienced it as well, right? I've been in a relationship, well, I've been in plenty of relationships. I've been married for 16 years. And I did not know what I know now, right? So I figured out that we are different, how we're different, and how to deal with the difference. And I think that that's something that it points to. What are your thoughts on it, Tizris?
No, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. It's like you always say, and I'm pretty sure men before us always said, women are from Venus, men are from Mars. Like we're thinking on a total different, you know, standard. We have different priorities set to get things accomplished. And I like what you said earlier. I thought about the accountability or the criticism, constructive criticism that we talked about in the book before. When you were saying that, about your partner and stuff. It's just like sometimes, yeah, you be in the heat of the moment, but you have to take a step back and be like, okay, let me take some advice from somebody that's been through this, and then it might help. That advice you can tailor it to your situation and probably make a better end out on that situation. So you just got to be open and don't fly off the handle. Sometimes you got to cool that pot down before you get to swinging it, because you fuck around and burn yourself swinging it, trying to hit somebody else with it. So you know so I totally agree with that, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because I shit, we've been doing this before we even read the book. Me and you have been exchanging ideas and things the whole time, and I
Let the church say amen.
no, real talk though, we have, and we don't take all the advice that's given to us from anybody, but we do, listen, and we know what I mean. We listen to what was being said, we assess, and we do what we need to do for us, right? But we don't discount each other, right? Or any relationships, because yeah, I mean, dude, if you've been there, if you know, or even if you haven't been there, you might have heard or seen something that I can't see. It would behoove me to listen, right? Listen, take it in, and then be able to make a sound decision based off of what all the information that you have and where you're at that particular time. So yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. I think that you're definitely a shining example of being able to bounce ideas off of each other, and not get blood hurt.
Likewise, likewise, likewise.
Yes, sir.
Everybody can't take the rough side of the Skyward pad, or what you call it. Yeah, I say Skyward pad.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Yeah,
That sounds true to
let's
me.
go with yeah, you know what I'm saying. But sometimes you just have to live life and learn, or
Yeah.
learn life, live. It's triple L. Just look it up. Somebody just look it up. You know what I'm talking about.
Is that Julia Robertson movie, that Live, Life, Learn, or whatever? Is
I don't know. It just
that-
popped in my head. It probably is. I don't know.
yeah, I don't even know. I ain't even gonna lie to you. All right, so the book goes on to say you are also attracted, or you are always attracted to your sexual reciprocal. Okay, so if you have a more feminine essence, you will be attracted to a more masculine woman. That shout out to who again? You have probably seen men and women and couples like this. All right, the men is more radiant and lively than the women. The women are more committed to her direction in life than the man. The relationship is more important to the man, whereas the woman likes to be left alone much of the time. There are signs of a relationship with a man has a more feminine essence, or these are signs of a relationship with a man who has more feminine essence, and the woman's essence is more masculine. I think we can, yeah.
Oh,
I've
we've seen that live and in person.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, but in honesty too, for me, that was my relationship in the beginning, because I didn't have any direction. You know what I mean? I didn't have any direction. I didn't have any guidance to how to make this thing happen. So that definitely became me in the beginning of my relationship. It took learning some things to be able to flip those things around. But yeah, I definitely fit that bill of like just kind of like, what do you want to do, man? Well, whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. None of this shit matters to me, anyways, right? Instead of taking charge and leading and things like that. So I could definitely relate to that as well. Uh,
No, I feel that.
did you say something on it? That
Uh, I've I've seen it. I've
okay.
seen it. I've seen it. Firsthand. I never thought I'd see it, but I seen it. Seen it in action. I'm like, dang. Like trying to give advice, and young brother don't want to take it. That's like almost like finding the diamond in the rough. Finding the diamond in the haystack. You don't get too many women like that. That has a goal, and that's trying to accomplish that goal. They already put their goals on the line, and all you got to do is execute, and come in and be that man in that woman's life. And you never know, that masculinity from that woman might go down, and his masculinity might have went up in that particular situation because she let him lead her. You
Yeah.
know, uh, that's why like it confused the hell out of me. 'Cause I'm thinking in the back of my mind, man, I would have been knocked her down. I would have took a trip. I've been there tomorrow. That's what I was thinking, and I was hoping that it would have went that way. But
Yeah. Yeah.
hey,
I'm with you. I'm
it is
following. I'm
something.
tracking. I'm fucking
You know what I'm
tracking.
saying? Like,
I'm fucking tracking, man. Give me,
but
give me. Let me get a clap real quick for that. God damn, man. Yes, sir.
like, everything is put. It's like the Garden of Eden. You go back to the Bible. I know the Bible's been tampered with over so many years, but the Garden of Eden, the first law, you can touch every shit in this motherfucker, but this one is mine, right?
Yeah.
Don't. It's
Yeah.
right. Like you got feel free roam. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to. But you go with that, you're good to go. It'll probably set you up for the better in the end. But so we learn. We're here in 2024.
There it is, man. That's why this I think this session is so important to learn some of the ins and outs of these things for some of those that may not know. Just give them another perspective, man. So the book goes on to say another or other men with more natural sexual essence prefer women who are also more natural, rather are neither particularly masculine nor feminine. This kind of couple can talk about anything and they like talking about everything. They share hobbies, friends, even career goals. Though equally loving, this kind of couple is usually less sexually passionate than highly polarized couples. It could be unusual to hear about this kind of neutral or balanced couple yelling at each other, throwing pillows, wrestling each other down to the floor, and passionately making love right then and there. Okay, so I think this is, you know what? I think this is important too, man, because I was watching TikTok and I stumbled into one of the women, the men hating groups, and one of the things was one of the women were talking about. You can't go through my phone if we in like it's a long term relationship. You can't go through her phone or something like that. Um, and she was then went to talk about, man, I can't stand couples where they just do everything together and they just going through each other phones and got each other passwords. This is why I think it's important to step outside of your norms, because this is actually a thing. I would have never thought that. I guess they're neutral, two neutral people together. That's just what they do. right? So I think that it is imperative for us to step out of our bubble, the things that we think we know, because we're looking on the outside and saying, how could, why would I, would never, without realizing that they're made up differently. They're not made up like you. They're made up differently. And I think it's important for men and women to notice that as well, is that people are not all the same. We're different. Men are different than women. Some, there's a smaller subsection of men that are different than men. There's a smaller subsection of women that are different than women, right? So it's not all the same thing, which, just going only based off of your experiences, I think limits not only you but your surrounding as well. But I digress. I got on my little soapbox, but yes, I think that I found that to be interesting, at the least, that there are people that are kind of neutral, not really that sexual beings, and they love to share and talk about everything.
Hey, but that's a dope type of concept, you know what I'm saying, where they can share and talk about everything. That's the true identity of being friends first. Not the friend zone. I'm talking about actually being able to sit up and talk and get on each other's level, learn each other, and that helps like cushion the relationship, without putting a person on a pedestal, and then uh they they knock the pedestal down. It's hard for them to climb back up to that goal, or however you had them on the pedestal at first. um that that is no pedestal there. You already know what your other is capable of, or what's your other's goal. If you don't fit that bill, if you're not equaling up to that, what's next. They gonna leave, or they gonna find somebody else that's compatible. That's I think that's dope versus trying to continue to like go through the dating phase, and and hold staying keeping your norm. Is like stepping out of the box with this passage. Making it more comfortable for both partners in the relationship. I like that. I like that.
So, would you categorize yourself in that category?
Hell
Category?
no.
He said,
Hell
"I like to
no.
bump uglies. I don't know what you're talking about."
but
Hey,
the
my
but the
bad.
thing is though, it's like looking at it though, that's not the first thing that's on their mind. Now it could happen, with them, but that's not the first thing. They're thinking of other things. They're doing other things.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Um, he said, "Hell no." All right, so we go ahead and move on. A lack of understanding. You might have depolarized yourself, okay, and your partner you're into where you, I guess, your relationship that seems neutral, okay. So you kind of put yourself in that box that we were talking about with the other couple, but actually isn't, but you're actually are, that's not actually y'all, right? Only 10% of couples are actually the neutral and balanced type in their true essence, okay? Another 10% of couples are made up of the feminine man and the masculine woman, all right? But if you are like 80 like the 80% of couples, you have a masculine sexual essence and your woman has a feminine one. That is her infinite, thank you, that is her how you say that, man? I cannot pronounce that right now. I think I might have misspelled that. Uh
All right.
feminine
A
way.
feminine way.
Uh yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what it is.
Feminine,
Or
effeminate.
yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it said effing.
Wait. So basically, if her feminine ways frustrate you, drive you crazy, inspire you, or turn you on more often than she is, if it turns you on more often than she is, simply you are a sexual neutral body. What? Let me read that again. 10% of couples may have masculine sexual essence, and your woman has a more feminine one. That is her feminine way. if her feminine way frustrates you, drives you crazy, inspires you, or turns you on more often than she, more often than she is simply your. A, I think it's a typo or something. It's wrong in there. But basically, your sexual essence is a neutral body. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to mean. Um, Let me see if I can find that. When you talk about the ecstasy, yeah. Uh, Dang. The lack of understanding might have the lack of understanding. I want to make sure I give you guys the actual thing. I don't want to mess it up. Um, am I past that? The uh, uh, all right. I can't find that passage. Uh, Essence, sexual neutral body. Uh, yeah, I can't find that. I can't find that passage. All right, so we're gonna move on. Um, the false neutralization. Let me see where that's it. Um, Okay. Okay. So um, that is her feminine way frustrates you, drives you crazy, inspires you, or turns you on more often than she is simply your sexually neutral buddy. Okay. I don't know where they got body at. What the hell? All right, so it's
Siri
neutral
don't be
buddy.
listening. She don't be
Siri
understanding.
don't be listening at all, man. All right, we're gonna push on.
She said, "Can
The
you help me?" No, you cannot.
You know what I'm saying? Goodness gracious. Got me out here looking crazy. The false neutralization or depolarization of a relationship is one of the main reasons that couples break up. Okay. The rejuvenative charge of sexual loving becomes weak, while all the things that irritate you and your partner remains just as strong as ever. The secret is not to try to change your woman's irritating feminine ways, but to help cultivate a deep and rejuvenative power of her feminine blessings. This is another one I think that a lot of men might have some issues with right here because I think that they kind of check out, and I think that you don't want to check out. That's the part of again having a strong core and being balanced to be able to weather the storm. I think that's kind of what they're hitting at. What do you think?
No, I feel that. I feel that 100%. And that's the thing, like not living a lie. Like we said in the beginning. I don't know how many times I didn't say it on the podcast. You got to be true to yourself first. You know what I'm saying? You got to be true to yourself before you can be true to somebody else. Once you true to yourself, you can read people a lot better. You can read people a lot better and get the truth. You know, whether you like that truth or not. You know, and living in the fantasy world, you know, fantasies ain't gonna pay no bills. Disney is not paying my bills over here. You got to get up and get it, just like I got to go and get up and get it, and go out there and get it. You know, so once you come to that conclusion, that can make or break the relationship. You know, everybody ain't sexy red out here doing all what she doing to get where she at now. You know, or any other male or female rapper that has done the unthinkable to get to where they at now. Um, it doesn't work out for everybody like that. But you gotta learn yourself, be true to yourself, find and know yourself to get where you need to be.
Yeah, 100%, man. I definitely agree with that. Uh, all right. So the next chapter or the next paragraph, if you are like most men, you are probably minimizing your appreciation of the full spectrum of your woman's feminine energy by numbing yourself to the aspects that most irritates you. I thought it was a period. That was not. Uh, so let me read that again. If you are like most men, you are probably minimizing your appreciation of the full spectrum of your woman's feminine energy by numbing yourself to the aspects that most irritates you. Okay. For instance, she doesn't drive you crazy anymore because you've learned not to take her too seriously. Perhaps you have learned to seem attentive while not really listening to her. Endless chat. Or maybe you have learned to give her a daily dose of affection as a way to quell her ongoing need for more intimate time than you really want to spend with her. What do you think about that?
I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, yeah, I mean, after you get used to one another, it's like, and falling out of love versus falling deeper in love, it's like your damn roommates. You know what I'm saying? Like you tend to not drive each other crazy anymore, but you have to find that, what sparked that flame just to bring or reel that back. And you start losing trust and not taking that person seriously. So I agree with that as well. Like think about it like in the beginning of a relationship. I seen somebody post on Facebook today where like in the beginning of a relationship it's like you on the top of the closet, sleep laying on the top of the closet still on the phone for 4 hours, and then now you don't even want to text each other, what I'm saying, can't even say a good morning or a hi type
Yeah.
deal 4 years later, so yeah, I mean I feel that, but you just gotta dig deep and find out, where that attraction started from to reel that back in.
Yeah, yeah. He was on the phone on a tummy talking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, feet just
Ah.
dangling in the air, you know what I'm saying?
No, you hang up. You hang up.
Now it's
Yeah,
like, bye.
exactly. Exactly. So yeah, no, no, no. I definitely agree with you, man. I think that that's the other part of learning the game, right? Because when you kind of learn the game, I think that you can abuse the game as well. And I think that's part of abusing the game where you, like you said, basically just you're disconnected. You're not 100% involved. You're not there presently. You're just kind of a shell, um, kind of just trying to hurry up and get through whatever mundane thing is today that's going on today. Um, and yeah, I mean, looking at it, shit, I've been guilty of that shit too, shit. Because sometimes the story is just not that fucking interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a shit. Right? Like I'm still I'm being real. I'm being honest, man. I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Oh shit, somebody calling me. I'm being honest with myself. Real talk. Hey, I'm on a podcast. Right. All right. Yeah,
And they were
man.
trying to
Yeah.
tap into it. Like, what? What?
You know
What?
what I'm saying? Look, wait a minute. Look, see, look, if you look, y'all should have been on the podcast watching me. Uh but no, yeah. Sometimes it's just not that, I don't know, when they tell stories, sometimes you don't know the people in the stories. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have an attachment to it, right? Um, but I do have to work on kind of still paying attention and be like I do good enough to be able to regurgitate the important parts. You know what I'm saying? But um, I just ain't gonna remember everybody's name, man. That's just not my thing. But apparently, maybe I need to, kind of still be present. A little bit more, instead of being on autopilot. Because I am guilty of that shit. I'll tell you straight up. I'm fucking guilty of that shit. I had a womp womp womp. What? Womp 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 womp. Oh no way. Womp womp womp. That's all I hear. That's all I fucking hear, man. But maybe I need to do a little bit better. I don't think I'll be honest though, but I don't think she knows that I'm not interested. Maybe she does and she ain't saying shit, but she most of the time, because a lot of times what I've learned, again, fellas, drop the jewels for you last time. I'll drop it again. A lot of the times they just want to be heard. A lot of times they just want to get the shit out. So that's what I offer. You an opportunity to get it out to somebody, to a warm body who's listening. So you know, yeah, man. Maybe I need to work on that a little bit more. Steve, I'll try to work on that. All right.
No.
This is the wrong approach. The feminine is in. Oh wait. Okay. So yeah. So when you do that, this is the wrong approach. All right. The feminine is in infinite source of love, inspiration, and power, both physically and spiritually. Feminine women are connected with their element of nature in ways that more masculine people, such as yourself, usually aren't. Feminine women may seem wild and trustable. Um, I think that'd be untrustable, or even irresponsible from a man's perspective. But such women are simply free of the masculine need to live in a world governed by reason and control. God damn if that don't hit it on the nail, man. What do you think?
No, I totally agree. Uh, like I had a talk with one of my coworkers the other day, and me and her we in there busting our ass, in the post office. As a matter of fact, shout out to the post office. Anybody looking for a job, the post office is very hiring. In definite need of people. Um, we were doing that talking, and she made a comment. She was like, "Yeah, I feel the post office should be ran by all women and this and that, whatever, whatever." And I came back with the rebuttal like, yeah, you're a feminist. You're a feminist. Now, if I said that it should be ran by all men, then you would say, I'm a male chauvinist type deal, right? So I'm gonna hit you with the feminist line. She was like, whatever, whatever. She was like 2 packages later, it was a heavy ass. No, I was like, yeah, with all this heavy ass shit coming in here, like you gonna need somebody gonna have to help you. It was 2 packages later. Steve, can you help me with this? And I looked at her. She was like, shut up. I was like, hey, is a pig pork? You know what I'm saying? You know what I wanted to say, but I'm
Oink
trying to
oink.
getting
Yeah,
banned. I'm trying to stop getting
yeah.
banned online. People don't like to hear my voice, let alone my realness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying not to, but is a pig really bacon? Let me explain it like this. Is a pig really bacon? I'm like, come on, man. We it was like not even 2 packages. The next one, and that's the quota for the post office. You have to be able to lift up to 70 pounds. So if it was ran by all women, I'll put it like this. Men, niggas, myself, I don't want to lift that heavy shit.
Yeah,
So imagine a woman, you know, come on, man. She gonna throw her back out. Her back
yeah.
already hurting if she bust full up top. It's already hurting. So she don't want to lift no 70 damn pounds every time she picking up something. Come on, man. Come on, man. And I never been a male chauvinist or anything like that. I got 3 beautiful daughters. I have sisters. I have aunts. I have cousins. I love my women. You know, but it's just being a realist about things. Like it might look pretty, it might look flowery until women start quitting and find or try to find a different position within that within the post office. you know that's how I look at it, because like I said, I don't want to lift all that heavy shit. I have to, but I don't feel like that's the last package I want to pick up. I look and see the weight limit on that one. I'm like, yeah, that one gonna wait. That one gonna wait till I clear this one off first. But that's just me. But I mean, I kind of feel what she's saying, but in a sense, I don't agree. I don't agree, because it's not being realistic. That's like saying all construction workers should be women. Now, it is some women construction workers. It is some dump truck drivers. I was thinking of miss school when when I was saying it, but it's not all women. It's going to be hard to do it. It's probably been done, but I bet you they hurting. I bet you they hurting every night because of all that heavy stuff. So just looking at the reality of it, it just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the reality proved otherwise. Because I hear that shit all the time. Like I be on TikTok, and they got like women or men hating groups that where the women just like are just like men are useless. They aren't nothing. They can't do this. They can't do that. Da, 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 da. And that's how they talk. That's how they talk, man. And so it's crazy that they believe that. That's a shame. That's a shame. But again, the somewhere in here where it was talking about like, man, they don't have to live in the real world. You know what I mean? They don't have to be right here. Um Feminine women may seem wild and untrustable, um, and even irresponsible from a man's perspective, but such women are simply free of the masculine need to live in a world governed by reason and control.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that. There's no
Yeah.
way that we can not be in reality. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's always somebody there that's gonna let you know, nah, player, that ain't it, right? I
Yeah.
can't be up here talking about I'm a 10, right? I
Right.
deserve Holly Berry. I'm a 10. I got
Mm-hmm.
18 kids. I'm a 10. Right. That's and that be seen as true. I can't live in that world because there's
Right.
gonna be somebody that says, no, man, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah. Like look at Cardi B, for instance. Shout out to Cardi B. She fine as hell. She
hello.
fine as hell. You know what I'm
Hello.
saying? But occur, well, however she said, what I'm saying? Like the thing is, she even said it, like all the stuff, all the feminist talk that she does in her music. Uh Offset. Offset even called her out on it. And she was like, yeah, like he got a video of her sweeping the house. Talking about she ain't sweeping shit, she ain't cooking for it. Nigga, she in there in the kitchen in that robe, cooking, like stirring up them eggs, look like she about to cook us some crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, she out there cooking, serving up a whole breakfast, but she putting this in her lyrics, to brainwash the youth, the younger women, that you don't need a man, you don't need to do this, but she doing wifely duties. Come on, man. That's that fantasy thinking, to make you think, to warp your sense of reality, or warp the woman's or female's sense of reality, But she's doing the total opposite. She married the hell up. You know what I'm saying? She got a whole husband over there and having babies. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, man, perpetuating the negative lifestyle that is detrimental to a lot of people. Um, yeah, I agree. So yeah, feminine women are. Oh, did I speak on that? Physically, spiritually. Feminine women are wild and trustable. Okay. Feminine women, the book goes on to say, are free to feel flows of natural living. Uh, this that you are unable to feel. Fine. Siri done messed up again. Let me see. Feminine women are free to feel flows of natural livingness that you are unable to feel. They are free to be moved by currents of energy of which most men are unaware. All right, we're unaware of this. They are free to allow their bodies to be transparent to the flow of their hearts, uncontrolled and undirected by the goals and structure. The feminine, uh, hold on, let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Let me check it out. The structure, the feminine body is free to move by love and by life itself. And this is highly valued by most men. To be hold a woman free in her in expression of body ecstasy is one of the most awesome visions most men have had. I would agree to that. What says you, good sir?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that.
Yes, I definitely agree too. I think Dewan said he was I think messaging me. Nope,
Oh,
let
the
me see.
one about to join?
No, I
A
don't think he's
different
joining
list?
in. I don't think I think he was just messaging me, but I can't find my freaking okay, it says live. Oh, there it goes. Hold on. He was like, man, y'all reading y'all thing? All right. So for some wow, come on. Facebook, so they're not sending my messages over. Wow.
What you talking about?
So I connect the StreamYard to Facebook to go live on, But
Gotcha.
and whenever I got a message off of Facebook, it would come on to StreamYard. But for some reason, it's not coming on the StreamYard.
Wow.
So
Wow.
let me see. He says, Dewan says, yes, tighten up. Just give me 2 weeks. I can't help him. What? Oh, just give my 2 weeks. I can't help him. Oh, are you talking about the
What, you talking about the post
I
office?
think you were talking about the post office.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, he know. He know. It's some heavy shit that comes through that motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it ain't just flats and letters, goddamn it. It's Amazon.
Yo, I am so sorry. I could not. I did not see the post over there. For some reason, it's supposed to come over here
Yeah, I
to
noticed that like the StreamYard wasn't jumping.
yeah, it
Like
wasn't jumping like that. Yeah, so I guess it was something's going on. So I need to check my other stuff too.
I see
Uh,
mine on my restream because I share everything through restream. So I see the comments there, but
okay,
I don't see anything else. It's
okay.
weird.
So I'm gonna keep an eye on there just in case you post again, Dewan. I'm gonna keep an eye on that because I sure don't want to. I don't want to miss it. Um, were we done with that one? I love to see them move their body. Point blank. Period. Uh, yeah. All right. Cool. Hey, man. The book goes on to say a man will even pay to watch a woman body express ecstasy, even if she is only faking it, like a corn star. Okay, corn as in the corn you eat, but not really. All right. In our secular culture, most men are only familiar with sexual essence. And so it is this form of free body expression that men pay to see in movies, on the stage, oof, and in private rooms around the world. All right, David, you might be telling on yourself. However, in culture that emit a greater degree of spiritual revelation, women's bodies are viewed with the same masculine awe, um, but for a different kind of expression, not merely for their capacity to express sexual ecstasy in a way that is foreign and unbelievably attractive, but also for their capacity to express spiritual ecstasy. What y'all know about some spiritual ecstasy? I'm trying to. We got spiritual ecstasy on tap, my man. Hey, tell me what's up.
I feel you. I feel that paragraph. Like I ain't falling off in the strip clubs no more and stuff like that. But definitely I'm sitting up watching the WNBA. I get the league pass. I like to see a woman run down the court, you know what I'm saying, sweat her makeup and lipstick off, putting the ball in the hole. You know what I'm talking about?
I think you do.
Hey, hey, it is what it is. I fucks with it. I'm an avid WNBA watcher. I've been watching that junk since what? Shit, '09, 2010. I know I started watching the heavy when Candace Parker came in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, because she's not from Chicago, even though they said she's from Naperville, but I'm pretty sure she's been on the Chicago stomping grounds. But she's a Chi-Town native. I'll just give her that much credit. And she's the GOAT of women's basketball. So I've been watching this since then, definitely. But the greats before her, like Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, um, uh Cheryl Miller, I think that's Reggie Miller's sister.
Mhm.
Like, they were some ballers. Uh, they wasn't the prettiest of the prettiest, but they were some ballers though. And they got trophies and MVP statuses to prove it, all-star statuses to prove that. But when Candace Parker came in the league, just from being from the hometown, it set a different standard for me. So that's why I started watching it. Anytime I'm deployed or in the field or whatever downtown, hey, I'm watching WNBA, you know. And some people ask, how can I watch it? Just like I watch anything else. And it's women in ecstasy, doing what they love to do. I love it.
All right, man. Hey, different stroke for different folks, baby. Uh I love I'm with you. I love ladies on the stage. Matter of fact, when I turned 18, I was working at a fast food chain, man. And my boss at the time, man, he was like, yo, we're gonna take you out, right? So we ended up going out, man. We went to a strip club when I turned 18. And it was so beautiful. They had me get up on stage. They had me take my shirt off. And it was just a row of different women just coming and dancing on my lap. Such a beautiful, beautiful experience of ecstasy. Until one of the ladies turned around and was like, "Oh shit, Marcus, is that you?" she then proceeded to ask me to not tell my mother that she was up there. So yeah, it was a good time though. I had a wonderful time. I appreciate everything they did up there. I am, you know, I a lot of people want to, stop firemen, policemen, and servicemen and say thank you for your service. I just want to stop you on that pole and say thank you for your service. Okay, you have done excellent, excellent job. A lot of you have. Some of you are garbage, but a lot of you really, really do the damn thing. And I just want to give my appreciation to you and say Mazel Tov. Dewan says, "What the hell? Somebody tell my guy he done took the sport and degraded it on accident. He done flipped the hell out of that one, didn't he? You turned it sexual. What happened? Did you?
What?
Oh, I guess because you said okay, you got the ecstasy part of it, and yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Hey,
yeah.
man,
Hey,
uh,
uh, what's her name? Carrington, Dejanay Carrington. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Anytime she watches, I'm front row. I'm watching.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Anytime she dribbling the ball, I'm watching. Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
Dewan, man, he a hooper too, man. Matter of fact, his sister's a hooper too. She thought she could beat me. I believe we played and I beat her. I could be lying, but I'm not gonna say. But congratulations, shout out to her though, because she did get she got a position, I think, for coaching. I think she was coaching. I don't know if it was a high school or college team. Let me know the one which one it was. But yeah, congratulations to her. There are some good lady hoopers out there. Not saying your sister's one of them. Just saying there are some out there because she didn't want to play me. She was gonna get beat. She actually probably would beat me. I ain't gonna lie. She fucked me up. But don't tell I said that. Do not tell I said that. All right, temple dress dancers in India,
the
for
belly dance,
instance, huh?
that belly dancers, right?
Yeah, are traditionally feminine women trained from an early age to combine skill and heartfelt devotion, um devotion to a style of dance which frees their body to be moved by divine forces, bringing tears to many men's eyes and openness to their hearts. Whew, I love to see that in close and personal. A woman who is at home with her feminine essence is at home uh with energy, be it sexual or spiritual. For such a woman, there is no disconnection between sex and spirit. Her sexual desires, or I'm sorry, her sexual surrender, if she is with a worthy man, is the same as her devotional or a spiritual surrender. She opens from head to toe, receiving divine love forced deep throughout her body so that she is rippled, arched, and un oh shoot undiluted by its boundless flows. Almost lost my place. So yeah, Defali knows nothing about basketball. I, oh wow, that was a deep cut.
Mm,
God damn,
mm,
nothing about basketball. I can't.
mm,
I don't even know nothing. God damn. Okay, okay, okay. I might have went a little hard. Okay, I might have went. Maybe that was called for. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, what do you think about that, Desiree?
Hey, it's a tradition. It's a tradition over there. I know India and the Middle East definitely. Um, with the concubines and the belly dance and stuff like that. That's a delicacy. And that's almost how they offer up their daughters. Doing those dances. For to attract a man. Showing that they got talent. Like America's Got Talent. Nick Cannon got fired from there. But they're doing theirs, for their people, so anybody can see it, and whoever wants to take a ride on her ecstasy, yeah, it's right there. She's showing you, she's putting it out there for you. So, I feel that. I feel that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dewan, Dewan, he said, "You don't play, man." What? We went to the gym together. What are you talking about? I shot like 10 threes for show. I made 2 of those. I know for a fact I probably made 2 of those. Okay. We went to the gym together. You don't remember in Ogden? By the what is that shit called? By the game station place, by the movies over there. We went to that gym and we played after the workout. This guy over here, this guy, he older than me, so he might be a little, he up there. He up there. So yeah. We're gonna keep it going, man. We're gonna keep oh man. Hey man, I wish I could have came out there. I know you said you was having a celebration. I wish I could have came out there with you, but money's kind of funny. I couldn't make it, but yeah. I would have. I might have to cross you up next time. I don't know. He like to sabotage me sometimes because he don't like to give me distilled water for my CPAP machine. So I'll be tired and shit and a little sluggish the next morning. So he plays dirty like that sometimes. But yeah, all right. No, man, I think that yes, the belly. Why do they not get a lot of shine when it comes to the race of women that seem to be so feminine? You don't never really hear about them, right?
You used to. They used to highlight it in movies a lot.
I'm
When
just saying,
we
like
first
in
went to
the
the Middle East and stuff like that. Definitely.
online though, I don't never really hear. Like I'll hear, some people bring up white women, Asian women.
Because they're so focused on the feminist women downplaying it. They push that to they put that in the gutter as almost like a stripper, so to speak. How many strippers do you see that get highlighted by other women, besides in a rap song? You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. And that's a way that they make a living. Same thing with the belly dancers. They probably make a living that way. Or the go-go dancers that's in fucking Vegas. That's how they make their living, and most of them be fine. Same thing with the chicks at Hooters, the women at Hooters. Yeah, Hooters got it, but that's the way they make their living. You don't see them getting highlighted. They used to. They don't do it anymore.
Man, who used to get highlighted?
All the ones that I named.
Man,
All of
hell
them.
no. For
All
being
of them.
feminine women?
Yeah, Hooters.
So you think they would look at them half naked and say, "Oh my goodness, she would make a perfect wife"?
Well, I didn't say all that.
No,
They
I'm
were just
saying
they were just in their feminine. They were showing their
no.
femininity.
I think
You
there's
know,
so for me, the way I compartmentalize it, I think that there's a difference between sexuality and femininity. I
gotcha.
think you can have both. But I think that a lot of those ones that you named for me would fit under the category of
Sexuality.
sexuality,
Yeah.
almost a lust type of thing.
Mhm.
Versus the belly dancer, that's culture. That's their culture. That's what it said that they were
Stripping
trained.
is our culture.
trained. Let the church say amen. Yeah, so I think it's different because you look at that and I think that it's definitely different. But I mean, I don't. I'm pretty sure they probably spaz out over there. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they're at home or with their people, they probably spaz out. But I don't really see too many of them going crazy out in public and things like that. Like,
Most of
you know
them
what I
are
mean?
clothed. They're clothed from head to toe.
Yeah, like they're real
On the street.
modest. But I
Yeah.
don't think that they really get to shine like that. I'm thinking out loud. It has nothing to do with the book. But I'm just like, when the book mentioned them, I was like, damn, they really don't get a shine like that to be like, yo, these, because the moves when the hips is doing what the hips is doing.
Shakira.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come
Definitely.
on, dude.
Definitely.
Like
Definitely.
this is not right. It's not fair. It's not. I've seen some black women do the exact same thing too. You know what I'm saying? I got my preference. I'm just saying, without getting into the weeds, I think that they're really overlooked. There's some feminine women, man, and it's probably because they probably stick more with their own groups of people. anyways.
Hmm.
Because I know there was a show that I was watching. I don't know if it was Love Is Blind or something like that. But basically, like out of every, so basically, it was a show where you got a whole group of women and a whole group of men. They can't see each other. They go into these pods where they can't see each other and they talk to each other. Tell me why the damn two Indian people, who one was on the male side, one was on the female side, of course they automatically got together.
Wow.
Now the guy admitted, like, yo, she's not usually my type. Normally I'll be, busting down the snow bunnies, but we'll go this route. But yeah, they were able to mess around, but it seems like when they get married though, they tend to stick with their culture. I don't know,
Hmm.
just something I was thinking on. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. Feminine women, all the feminine women out there, not just the Indian women, but all the feminine women out there. Because again, we gotta kind of think about how we describe femininity from a man's perspective. I think more masculine or natural women are less likely to allow such freedom of body expression. Okay. Yeah, it is a woman's expression of this kind of ecstasy that invites a masculine man to leave heady his heady world of thoughts and goals and celebrate the moment. Oh man, a nice jiggle will definitely bring you to the moment. Celebrate the moment in the flesh, through the heart, whether in a strip joint or a scare or sacred temple. Men have been attracted for thousands of years to witness the feminine embodiment of ecstasy. Women are literally worshipped in such occasions. Men shout out their praises to the goddess, dancing before them in ways they never would in public. The fullest of such occasions is completely sexual and completely spiritual at the same damn time. Men, I add in the damn in the same time. Men leave such an event transformed. I think I'm trying to get transformed and inspired by the blessing power of the free feminine embodiment. That is one of the unique gifts of the feminine form of women. You know what, man? I would love to see some moving that touch my heart. I've seen some. I feel like I've seen some that hurt me in a good way. You like, oh God damn. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. But maybe that one did touch me. That one might have touched me. If you've seen it, you've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just like, God damn, man, that's such a beautiful thing. Just the artistry of it all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that yeah, I would love to see something that had me drop a tear. Come on now. What about yourself?
I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, but yeah, it's something that's out there. They ain't got to do too much. Like I look at Cardi B, like looking at her videos are very very sexual, right? But if she was more clothed, I think she'll look even better because people would know what to expect, so to speak, versus the videos where she's naked but she's standing to the side, and she got body paint on or whatever. Um, I think the excitement is behind, is looking to see, or thinking about what's behind that clothes versus you seeing it right there. You get, that becomes old, pretty quick. But seeing it clothed is, to me, it seems better. And she don't won't have to do too much. She won't have to do too much.
Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah. And I'm with you on that one, man. And I don't, look, ladies, ain't nobody saying you got to augment, change, or do anything, because I like the big, the small, and the in between. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So just shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. In a spiritual way. In a spiritual way, of course. This is but yeah, I definitely agree with you. On that one. I would definitely trying to see what that be like. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, damn. All right. The book goes on to say that this is what you get in a woman with a feminine sexual essence, a woman who is all over the place. All right, we're touching back down the base right now, who's all over the place emotionally. All right, a woman whom you can depend on to change her mind, a woman who is much more sensitive than you are to the flow of the subtle energies in your relationship, a woman who brings you delight and awe in the ecstasy, both sexual and spiritual, that her body expresses so freely and beautifully. I think it's just touching back on the thing that, hey man, they're crazy, right? Crazy. What we may define as crazy, right? But it's just that the way that their emotions flow.
Mhm.
So you know, get used to it. It further goes on to say it is all one package. You can't have a woman who is always logical, consistent, responsible, and on time, and who also fills your heart and flesh with energy instantly and thought out the day. With her bodily expressed love and ecstasy, she can animate responsible masculine energy when she wants. But if she has a feminine core, much of the time she will want to dance in wrathful anger or in chanting joy beyond the need for a reason. Again, I think it's just saying they're crazy. All right. Pretty much what I'm getting right here. All right, they crazy. You can't pick and choose. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Either you're gonna have a full woman, or you're gonna have a full feminine woman, or a full masculine woman. It's not gonna. You're most likely not gonna have that in between.
Yeah.
Is what I'm picking up right now. So, um, I'm trying to push along because I know you do got to get up in the morning, so I don't want to keep you too late.
And pick up these heavy ass boxes, Dewan.
Come on, man. Come on. They ain't gonna get done without you. Uh
Oh, it's a holiday. Hey, that's time. No, it's double time. Hey, hell yeah.
come
Yeah,
on
let me
now.
up out of here so I can go to sleep.
Come on now. Come on. All right. This is we got two more passages to get through and we out of here.
No, I'm
So
bullshitting. I'm bullshitting.
choose a woman who is your complementary opposite, okay? Um which for most men means a more feminine woman. It is only a feminine woman who can give you the gift that you, as a masculine man, needs. Along with those gifts, however, the relative chaos and emotional weather storms that most men dread. Okay, that all comes together. Realize these are aspects of the same energy that turns you on. In fact, you can learn to be turned on by her dance of anger as much as by her slinky purr. This capacity is one of your
Or
gifts
or
to.
or the Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
I can't even know. I can't even
Yeah,
do
that shit.
it. I can't do it. So goddamn. Gift to her. All right. That's your gift to her. All right. The ability to do that tangle with her. You can learn to stand free and strong. That's what we're talking about. Standing free and strong no matter what emotion she displays. She won't leave, turn away, or disassociate in disgust. You can meet her enormous energy and stand full, loving her through the storm, embracing her complete feminine power, dark and light. See, a lot of people just want the dark, Steve. I mean, they just want the light. They don't want to deal with the dark, but you got to deal with both of them, man. What do you think?
I totally agree with that. You have to deal with the good and the bad. Like I say, hey, our first date, we getting in the pool. We going to the pool. I need to see what the hell I'm gonna be waking up to, because I don't want to wake up to everything. You know what I'm saying? I want it to look the same way or close to or similar to the way it was before it got in the pool versus waking up to something you like, how the hell you get here? You know what I'm saying? Or what was I thinking? That's
Yeah.
that's a bad situation right there. You know what I'm saying? For me, I ain't trying to do it. I ain't trying to go through it. So I want to see the good and the bad and the ugly before we bump uglies. You know what I'm
Come
talking
on now. Come on. Come on. That's if I care. If I
about?
don't care, then I don't give a shit what you're doing, what you what your temperament is. But if I care, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, just throwing it out there. You will only be happy in intimacy if you choose a woman who is your sexual reciprocal as a partner, okay? And you will only be able to survive such an intimacy if her dark and light sides are equally embraced, or I'm sorry, embraceable to you. It takes time to develop such skills and strength, but in doing so, you learn to provide your woman as well as the world with a man whose gifts are uncompromised by fear of feminine power and chaos. Again, man, I think this goes into perspective of what I was talking about with my friend. I think if he knew what he was dealing with, a lot of men actually, not just him, just men in general, including myself in the beginning. I think that I didn't know, and I don't think that a lot of men know. I think that we have an idea that because we're fixers, right? So, well, you're broken, right? You're not thinking like I think you're broken, then. And I think that that's the wrong aspect to take. I think that um, we need to start maybe looking at it in the effect that they're perfectly fine. They're where they're supposed to be. The hardest part is recognizing that maybe you're not where you need to be. Maybe you're not as strong as you think you are, and maybe you need to develop some of those core. Um, you strengthen your core, becoming a stronger individual, and not just looking and saying, "Well, you need to." Maybe we got to look inside of ourselves and say, "Man, maybe I need to,
Hmm.
do something a little bit different." Because you know what, man, I be watching these shows on TikTok and things like that, and I'm cool with the conversations a lot of the times, but what happens in those conversations is nobody listens, right? It's just simply you need to do, no, you need to do, well, you need to do, no, you need to do, right? And a projection of what we each feel and think. I believe that if we just stopped, listened, and took it as truth, then maybe we can come at this thing from a different angle, right? Instead of looking at it like I got the answer, maybe, or that what you're saying is not true. I think that, especially when it comes in the realm of men and women, I think that it could definitely be beneficial if we just listen to each other and took it as truth.
Yeah.
I think that's where we falter because one is saying something and the other one is saying, "Well, no, that's not how it is. This is how it is." Um, for that individual, like, bitch, how you know how I am?
Hmm.
I digress. What do you think, Desiree?
No, I feel you. I feel you. I like the love and hip hop aspect that you brought to it. They always argue. They never listening to the other one or trying to be a realist and trying to come to a conclusion. They just ready to fight. Yeah, they just ready to knuck if you buck. You know what I'm saying? Versus, actually coming to a conclusion and seeing eye to eye. That's one of the reasons why it kept my attention because Rashida, she wasn't that type. She was the opposite of the righteousness. Now she
Yeah,
could get with him. She
yeah.
could get with him. Don't get me wrong, but she was more or less a masculine thinker in regards to it. She was more professional. She'd check a hoe real quick and keep on going. Even when it came to her issues with her husband, it seemed like she was the man in the relationship. She had, she had the
I was
thought
about to
process.
ask you that.
What's that?
I was going to ask you, what do you think that dynamic looks like from the outside?
Oh, definitely. She running that household. She running that household because he's still acting like he's 12 years old. I haven't watched it in the last 2 years, but or I don't even think Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is still on. But I think they moved it to
Really?
Florida or something. I know they
Like
were.
it stopped like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, the last time I seen it, they started incorporating the ones from Florida, and then I think they moved to Florida. So I don't even know if Atlanta is still a thing,
Oh wow.
or they moved to Florida. I don't know, but the last time I watched it, it was like, he had a baby with somebody else and she was young, and yeah, it was a whole bunch of stuff. And Rashida still stuck with it. Some people say it's stupid. That's her relationship. You know, they already embodied each other, meaning they know each other's faults and weaknesses and stuff like that. You never know hers never came out, but him on the other hand, oh yeah, it was on live and living color. You know what I'm saying? But that was probably part of the script to put it out there to get the views up, so but I really think that she wears the pants in the household because he still act like he's fucking 12 and he's 50 years old.
God damn. Kirk, I don't see it that way. I think I think I think that you guys are pretty equal. And I'll be willing to come on the show if you want me to. All right. Uh nah, yeah, man. I do. I think that I don't know. I feel like I don't know, because to me, I feel like Rashida has both. She has a good balance of masculine and feminine. She's a boss to get it done, but when I think that she is willing to follow as well. Because I think he's been her manager for a while. So I mean, I think that he's been kind of calling the shots on that end. So just from the outside looking in, I think that she has a good balance because, like you said, man, she's not like the other women that's on that show. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because I used to like Mimi. If we being honest.
Yeah, I used to like
You know
Mimi,
what I'm
too,
saying?
but she just after the shower rod scene,
Yeah,
like she
yeah.
went south for me on that.
I mean, I think it was probably after she started liking women. That's when I was like, okay, well, I mean, not like I ever had a shot, anyways, but because I'm happily married, so I don't even really
Hey,
see
as a
her,
matter of
anyways.
fact, her girlfriend, or remember Ty?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She used to play
That
for
was
the
a friend,
Chicago.
wasn't it?
That was a girlfriend. That's what she
Was
left
it?
the last dude for. Yeah,
No,
she went to Ty. Yeah, that
no,
was
they was
Ty.
friends.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the one, the
Look like a man. Well, dressed like a boy.
yeah,
Skinny, dark
yeah,
skin.
no, light skin. I'm talking about the light
Okay,
skin, the
okay,
brown
it might
skin
be
one.
the other one then. Okay.
Ty. So she played for the Chicago Sky, and I think she played for the Aces,
Yeah,
and
she was a
then
baller.
she
Yeah.
retired or left the league, and now she's one of the assistant coaches for the Sky. I know she's on the medical board. You know what I'm saying, like with the medical preparations and stuff for the players. So I seen her on the court the other day. I was like, damn. I was like, she came back home. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know how long that lasted with Mimi. But you know,
Yeah, man. Shout out to them. I hope they still rocking together, still going strong. Yeah, they're still going strong. So yeah, man. Cool. All right, that's the show, man. We're gonna get in trouble and kicked up out of here. That's the show for now. Thank you guys for coming through, man. Big thank you to man Steve, motherfucking Diz Riz ENT, man, for coming through. Coming through and holding it down, man. I really do appreciate you so much for coming through and holding it down, like always, man. Um, you got anything for us before we get out of here?
man, I'm back on Facebook. Facebook tried to hold a nigga down. Facebook tried to
Now you've been
silence
kicked
me.
off now.
Yeah,
God
I just
damn
got
it.
kicked off. I just got kicked off. I just got back on. I got kicked right back off. No, I'm glad to be back on Facebook. Being able to stream to multiple platforms so people can get the message in a multiple platform series, so to speak. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. Rocking with me. On all my YouTube channels. I dropped some gems for y'all tonight at the beginning of the show. Yeah, I got music videos that's out there. Like I know I've been doing music videos before school, so it's like at least a good 10 years, 10 years strong. And they got numbers, so you'll see them. As soon as you click on the channel, check it out or whatever. And no, I don't sell beats. I don't sell beats.
Not now, man. I'm gonna try to talk him into it.
Hey, finesse your feelings, do though. A shout out finesse your feelings. KD Rum.
Yes,
He
sir.
do beats, he sell. I don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I seen something of him pop up earlier today. I didn't know what it was or where it was at,
You
but it
got
was
them
on
on
Facebook.
Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah, it was on Facebook. It popped up, but yeah, I'm not no idea. But yeah, yeah. All right, man. Shout out to Finish Your Feelings for sure, for sure. And shout out to Diz ENT, man, for coming through, holding it down again, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all week, man. Enjoy the time. I know a lot of people out of school, a lot of kids out of school, and probably out on vacation, all that stuff. So, man, enjoy yourself. I think we're going to come back. I think I'm going to try my hand at the Ace of Spades podcast on Sundays. I think I'm gonna do that starting. I wanted to wait until July, but I might do it June because I think it's like right on the corner of, or right there, the first Sunday or the last Sunday of June. Um, yeah, I think it ends on a Sunday or something like that. So I might jump in on a Sunday, start it up, start making it happen, doing what it do. I don't know if I want to keep it with this platform or go with the Ecamm setup. I might purchase Ecamm and
I
go
can't
with my
remember if I
setup.
was able to put it on Restream.
Oh yeah, that's the
I
only
can't
issue.
remember
Yeah.
unless
I don't think we weren't doing it at that time, were we?
no, I didn't start until we got on
I
here on stream
hear. Yeah.
because it gave me the HTTP or RTMP or whatever.
Yeah.
Order to drop the link.
TTMP or something like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out and see because I'm pretty sure from the last time we left they probably did some updates for sure, for sure. So I'll check and see what it's talking about, and if that's the case, if it's doing what it need to do, then we might go over there. I don't know why I enjoyed it over there, but I did, especially with the
It was
being able
pretty
to.
dope because you had all the buttons. Like you could just press a button and
Yeah,
flip the screen and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
Versus this, you got to
Yeah, I
click.
gotta actually manually go in and bring it up
Yeah.
and all that stuff instead of already having it loaded, push it, and it goes.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I really, really miss about it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna check around and see what's going on. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a thing, man. I've been talking to some people behind the scenes, so hopefully we can get the band back together.
I Are you trying to do the year or what you? Well, okay, we'll talk online. We'll talk
All
offline.
right, all
Yeah,
right, all
not
right,
for
man.
public discussion. This is business. This is a business transaction right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Y'all take it easy out there. Hope you have a good night. Until next time, man. See y'all later. Yes, sir.